Hello.
Hello. Hey.
Hey, Bean. How you doing?
Good. Just took a nap after stream, and now I'm drinking my coffee.
That's the best thing to do. So,
Well,
are you ready for the episode?
I am. Let's do it.
All right. My guest tonight on the show is a friend of mine. He's a big fan of Pokemon games. He's also a wonderful person, and his streams are filled with fun chaos, unexpected giggles, and a lot of banter, as well as lots of love and support because he's got one of the most amazing communities ever. And he's one of the nicest people I've come across on the platform. So, all the way from Canada, tonight's episode is going to be fun filled. Everybody, please welcome Bean, or better known under the username moonkingBEAN. Welcome to episode 9 of Twitch Tea Time.
Oh my god, episode 9. Also, thank you so much for an amazing. I have the biggest smile on my face. I appreciate that. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for having me.
That's the least I can do. So let's start with segment 1, which is called The Road to Twitch and Gaming. But first thing, before I ask you, before I start, so tell me, how are you doing today?
Good. As you know, I just finished one of my streams. They take a lot of energy out of me. So I took a nap, have my coffee, and feeling really, really good today, Blue.
Yeah, so it's not the first time, or is it the first time that Moon Queen Bean joins you on a stream?
Not the first time. I used to do VTubing, as we can talk about.
We're gonna talk about that, yeah.
Of course. And we had her then when I wasn't showing my face. And today, first, Mario Kart tournament, I didn't know what to show up. Who was going to show up? So I thought, well, if I have my wife, it would be something new to bring for the content. Yeah, I loved it. It was a lot of fun today.
It was indeed. Even though I was at work, but I was like watching and listening. Because at some point, everybody I know decided to go live at the same time. I'm like, this was supposed to be.
It happens that way sometimes. Yeah, I find that sometimes.
So, can you tell us a little bit about how you discovered Twitch, how you decided to become a streamer?
Oh yeah, it's really weird. So and I was a healthcare worker before I did all this, and back in 2020 something happened that kind of increased our workload, and I had to make a job change. So I stopped working. I was at home, and my daughter, Little Bean, as we call her on stream, was playing a lot of Minecraft. So I haven't been gaming, Blue, as you've seen from my streams, in decades. So I picked up a controller, I started playing Minecraft, and I loved it. And I had such a great time in it, and I realized I was good at it. So I started posting some builds on social media platforms because they looked really beautiful. And that's when my algorithm started putting in Twitch and streamers and gamers and Minecraft content creators. And that's when I learned about this whole world of gaming content. And I met a few streamers who were doing Minecraft, and I found Twitch, and I met a few people, went into their games, into their servers, and thought to myself, I'm not doing anything, and I would love to have this type of fun as well. So that's where my channel was kind of born. We started doing Minecraft as a VTuber, as I said as well. That kind of just was the way I thought it should happen.
Yeah, so speaking of VTuber, that's a question I want to ask you as well. Why did you choose to be a VTuber, and how was this experience for you, since you now finally decided to use a face cam?
Yes, the flesh tube, as we call it on stream.
F-tube, yeah.
Yeah, I can't be held accountable for anything I say here. I started with the VTuber. It just made sense. I don't have a very big home here. I don't have the ability to have a stream room as some people do. So I have my family, they do things behind me. My living room and my dining room are right where I'm talking to you right now. So I like to keep that kind of private while I was streaming, so they can go about their day and not worry about being on camera. So we did VTubing. It was easy, artistic, creative, loved it. And as the VTuber evolved, and we went from PNG to 3D to this huge 3D model that was moving, I realized that it couldn't capture it well. I loved VTubing. It was a lot of fun.
Do you have a name for the VTuber model, by the way?
Like the model of the artist?
Yeah. Like your avatar. Does he have a name?
Well, that's what it is, right? So moonkingBEAN is the avatar. It's Bean. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, when I made the transition to being me, I didn't know what to do because I kind of personified the avatar as the streamer, and it was a different personality. So I don't know. I just made the choice to stay Bean because that's how everyone knows me. And we made his own lore. He's a celestial king on a planet far away.
He
Yeah,
always
it's a
has
lot
a
of fun
crown on
VTubing.
his head. Sometimes
Yeah.
I noticed. Yeah, and sometimes he wields a sword and stuff. But
Yeah.
why the name moonkingBEAN? Precisely moonkingBEAN.
I'm happy you're gonna ask that.
Yeah.
So my gaming name when I first started all this derived from my actual IRL name, which was JMeanBEAN.
Oh. Okay.
No, well, J-Mean, basically.
Okay.
And my daughter said, well, why don't you do Bean? Because it rhymes with mean. So JMeanBEAN. And then I don't know, when I went from gaming to streaming and I decided to be a Minecraft streamer, my avatar in Minecraft was actually what you see as the VTuber. So that's how his design came about. It was my Minecraft skin. So I decided to just give him some lore and say, you know what? He's a king. He has a crown on his head. He's from a moon because that's fun and weird and wacky. And that's how it works. So Penny, my daughter, named him a little bit.
Yeah. So I assume that the first game you streamed was Minecraft, right? Okay. So
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna ask that question. So now it's clarified. But how did you decide on what you're gonna be streaming? Since now you don't do Minecraft, you veered away from it. You do like Valheim. You do Minecraft, but not as much as before. You do more Pokemon, Alien Isolation, and those stuff.
Yeah, the streams evolved. When I first did the streaming, like I said, I thought I was going to be a Minecraft streamer. And as I said before, I also didn't game for a long time. So touching a video game was fun. And I was like, well, let's touch another one. And the next game I played was Subnautica. And beautiful game.
Yeah.
Got lost in it, streamed it, had a great time in it. And then that's when I decided, know what? Like, I'm not going to pigeonhole myself to just one game. My content isn't going to be one thing. It's going to be me having fun in a bunch of worlds. And that's how I kind of see Twitch and gaming, is just going to different worlds and different games and having different adventures.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about like playing or streaming The Sims since you said you build stuff? Since you said you have like amazing builds, why don't you like let's say make or give life to this talent that you have in The Sims?
100%. And this is the thing, like I love, like Power World came out, we've been talking about this. I love the crafting aspect of it. That's why I love Valheim. It's my more mature Minecraft, which is why I stayed away from Minecraft. The audience I was getting was very young and my content got a little more mature. The Sims, just funny you asked that. So Queen Bean is a huge fan of The Sims. We love watching you. We love watching another friend of ours who streams The Sims often. And I talked about Queen, and she says that I'm not gonna like the slow pace that The Sims is, how you're kind of just watching them a lot of the time. I like to like make them do things and then have my Viking go explore somewhere and maybe die from it. Who knows? It's not to say I won't do Sims. I'll probably find content in it, but for now, I'm locked and loaded in the crafting games I'm in.
Yeah, you know that there are actual mods that allow you to be whatever you want in The Sims. Like you can be a Viking, you can craft as well.
Yeah, I know. I know. There's so many things to Sims. My other thing is too, I get very worrisome getting into new things because I don't want to forget my old things. Like I don't want to forget Valheim and Alien and the Pokemon that we're doing all the time. Yeah, so it's for me to like know I'm going to get into something that might take up a lot of my time. It's hard for me to make that jump sometimes.
So you have a channel mascot that's called her name or his name is Rexy. Can you tell us a little bit about it? How you
Rexy is just as much a part of being as the avatar was, as the community. Like Rexy is 100% the content as well sometimes. honestly, it's exactly what you see. I used to have the Capamons they allow you to use on Twitch. They gave me a zombie. Once
Oh
again, I thought I
wow.
was gonna be Minecraft. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be Minecraft, so I thought zombie was a good idea. We used them for a little bit, and then I had the joke with the GIF you see that pops up with him saying
Mhm.
something.
Yeah,
I only had
it's really ridiculous what the dino says sometimes. Like you ask Rexy to say something, but Rexy says something else. For example, like it's very funny and random.
it's random, it's sus. I have about like 50 buttons that do different things for him. And at first it was just one button and he said, "Hola, bitches." Sorry about the swearing.
It's
So that's
okay. It's okay. It's
get out
okay.
if you
On
can.
this podcast, it's already explicit, so you can swear.
Fantastic.
You can
I'm
say
gonna feel
fuck. You
comfortable
can
now.
say vagina. You can say penis. You can say
Holy
whatever you want. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't bring it that far, but
Yeah.
let's go. So yeah, it just basically was the "Hola, bitches" that he said, and I added another one and another one, and then eventually he
Yeah.
became such like people asked for him so much. I kicked out Beef the zombie, added the Capamon Raptor they
Beef,
gave you,
beef the
and
zombie.
yeah, I beefed the zombie, my friend.
Oh my god.
And yeah, he's a lot of fun to work with. It gives me a lot of content ideas. If it's dinosaur related now, I can add it into the stream, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So, what are your limits regarding your streams? Like, what would piss you off? What's the big no-no? What is allowed? What isn't?
It takes me a lot. Like I am a very easygoing person. I like to find I like to give people the benefit of the doubt if I can. Like I've said, I say a lot of sus
Yeah.
and over the
Yeah.
line and over the top things sometimes in my
Yeah.
stream. So I kind of set a fine line of what's okay and what's not okay.
Mhm.
People come in, I'll be making weird sensual references
Out of context.
and
Yeah.
out of context, and that's the thing. And people will bring it into context sometimes. I don't like things directed at people. If it's directed at somebody, I try to stop that.
Yeah.
I'll give a warning. My mods will time out. We have our way around those things.
Yeah.
But overall, I don't want people coming in and ruining the vibe that we're trying to set
Yeah.
with chat and the stream.
Since you mentioned, of course, your mods, we're not gonna go without at least like mentioning some of them. How did you meet at least like some of them?
Yeah. Oh gosh. So my mods. I've had a lot of different mods. I was going through a period where I was going through mods a lot because I just
Giving
didn't know.
swords here and there. Yeah.
Yeah, and taking them away and just and causing rifts between people. I realized like this is actually a little bit more serious than I may be taking
Yeah.
it. So,
Yeah.
the mods I have now I don't unmod anymore. The mods I have are my mods. They're
Like,
great.
you're here to
Um,
stay, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, 100%. You have to
Yeah.
do this. If you
Yeah.
do enough, yeah, you might get rewarded. Like Ben, for example. Ben 10 Maru. He's my main mod. Everyone knows him.
The head mod, if
Um,
we can call it. Yeah.
Yeah, head mod. Yeah, if it was a real royal fan, he'd be like the head knight.
Yeah.
I met him through the Alien Isolation community that I got into through a former friend of mine on Twitch. I was watching speedrunners and he was in every stream. So we got to know each other there. And then the time I started streaming Alien Isolation, he guided me through the first time I streamed it. He guided me through the entire gameplay. And I said, at the end of the stream, I'm going to reward you with something.
Aw.
So we finished the game. I made him a mod. I just did it to give him like the power to do what he wanted.
Mhm.
And he did exactly that. He
didn't
takes care of the
abuse
stream,
it.
takes care of
Yeah.
me. No, he messages me outside my actual stream
Uh-huh.
life and says, "How you doing? Make sure you're doing this. I'm looking out for you here. Here's some ideas. Look at this game." He is literally helping the stream out. That's why we're trying to raise something for him because my mods deserve it.
Yeah. And not many people do that actually.
No, I've not many people in my real life do that, let alone somebody who literally Ben does not benefit. He doesn't stream. He's not.
Yeah.
He does this out of the kindness of his heart. So
Yeah.
I'm very excited for the year he's about to have.
Yeah. So what games have you finished already? If
Oh,
you've
God.
finished any?
If I finished any blue in anything. I mean, we finished Alien Isolation once on Novice.
Mhm.
Last year we did Resident Evil 7. I've played a lot of open world crafting games. Like we have finished the storyline in Valheim so far, waiting for an update. The Subnautica I have finished. I mean, there are some games we got to some credits. We did Layers of Fear last year, but I do have a habit of not being the best gamer. And like, I don't know, if I'm done with something,
It's fine.
and I
Yeah,
feel like,
I do that
yeah, if I don't
sometimes.
want to, why beat a dead horse, right? Like if I'm done with something, I'm not gonna bring it in front of my
Yeah.
chat and not like it, you know?
Yeah. But also, why Alien Isolation? Like, why, since you've said at some point, like, you don't enjoy or you don't quite love playing horror games, why do you put yourself? I know it's for chat and stuff, but like, you can always say, like, sometimes, like, no and stuff, but yeah.
And I have put my foot down with some games.
Yeah.
And you're 100% right. I have a nervous disposition, so like playing regular games, I get scared in. So yeah, Alien Isolation. I was part of the community, and I actually started with an old friend of mine from Twitch. We don't really talk anymore, but they were a big part of the speedrunning community, and I was kind of already entwined with it. Now listen, like I don't like horror games, but Alien Isolation is a fantastic game.
Yep.
It does exactly what it delivers to do. It scares you. It brings you part of the. Like, I'm constantly thinking there's an alien behind me. Like that's great that it did that.
Xenomorph, yeah. And I joked at some point with like one of my friends who was also playing it like 2 weeks ago. He just started it, so he was like at the part in the beginning. Since you played it, it's not a spoiler.
Yeah.
He was hiding under the desk. So and Xeno was like waiting for him or like circling around. So I was like,
Yeah.
"Why did you let Xeno steal your cookies? Do something!"
Yeah. It brings good content, and I think that's what it is, Blue,
Yeah.
is that it gets good content. So like if I feel like regardless if I'm stressed out, like the chat likes to stress me out. And if I feel like the chat's gonna have fun with it, I'll bring it to them. Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I'm here to entertain.
Yeah. So how many hours per day or week do you spend on Twitch? Like in general, not only streaming.
I won't lie, I did listen to your episode you had that's already out right now, and I heard you ask this question. I'm like, oh god, I don't want to be honest about this. If I'm online, I'm on Twitch. 100%. If I'm on my phone, I have a small window with Twitch on the bottom. A stream is lurking up. Like right now, as we're talking, I have my tablet up and there's a stream on right now. It's funny because I kind of just found this out of boredom, and it's become like the second home to me now, where I just feel like I can fit in and find people looking to fit in. I don't know. It's a really interesting place, Twitch.
Yeah, I agree with that. So to the new people out there who just started streaming or are thinking about it, what's one advice you want to give them?
Oh God, the best advice that I give to people, I still do. It was the best advice that was given to me from the first streamer I found in the Minecraft server I went into, was don't look at numbers.
Yep.
Ruins the fun.
100%.
Go in for fun. If you go in for fun, get out with fun, you win. You're good. Numbers don't matter because you already won. I hate being that dad that says it doesn't matter if you win or lose. It doesn't. Just have fun. Don't look at the numbers, because if you're sitting there watching a number drop, it changes your mood. It's going to show on stream. People are like, he's not having fun, and they might move on. I don't know. That's how I kind of see Twitch. So don't look at the numbers, guys. Mine are all turned off. I don't need to know.
Yeah.
Stream like you're streaming to 100 people.
So the final question in the first segment is, what games you would never see yourself playing?
I can't. Okay. All right. I do have one. Because we tried it, it didn't work. Like I said, there's nothing I will never say, but we tried this one. I just won't touch it again. Animal Crossing.
Oh God.
I can't. I tried. I got enough content as I could out of that game, but I think it's the multiplayer aspect that really turned me off. When other people are like, "Come see my island," but you can't touch anything. I'm like, well, I don't like those.
I mean, I'm already touching with my eyes, so.
Yeah. You look with your eyes first. Yeah. It's I don't know. It wasn't very fun, but in the end of the day, there's nothing that I won't try to find some way to have fun with it. Like if I played Sims, I don't know, we could make it seem like I'm playing GTA or something and change the vibe up.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah.
So mine would be Call of Duty.
That, you know what? I also add that to mine.
Yeah.
That and Valorant. And Valorant.
No, Valorant. I wouldn't play it all in all as well, because like I like nine or like let's not say 90, but like 85% of like first person shooters or first person games, because I do enjoy Payday and those games that are first
Mhm.
person. I can't play them
I
most of
don't
the
mind
time.
FPS games.
Yeah.
It's just the communities on there are
Oh yeah.
thirsty people looking for dubs and
Oh yeah.
achievements and accolades in these games, and I'm like, I just want to have a good time.
Yeah. 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 Um. So now we're gonna go into segment two, which is kind of like a lightning round slash pop quiz.
Lightning round.
Yeah.
Love it.
So do you mind telling me and the listeners, what's your daily routine? Like something you always like to do that has become a regular thing?
Honestly, I do have a few things in my regular routine, but the one thing that helps me throughout my day that I don't want to lose would be going to the gym.
Hmm.
If my first thing in my day is lifting these heavy things, and then especially I go to the gym at like 5, 6 in the morning. So the first thing I have to do is do this heavy thing I don't want to do and do it successfully. I leave and do everything else in my day. Like I can handle anything. So the gym,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So what's one of your favorite meals or foods of all time, like a comfort food?
Oh, ice cream, popsicles and ice cream, anything cold and sweet. Yeah.
Yeah. Any specific
Queen just
flavor?
Oh, for ice cream, there's something in
Uh-huh.
Canada. I don't know if they have it elsewhere, but it's called Moose Tracks ice cream.
Uh, no, never heard of
If
it.
you get a chance, look it up. It's just fudge sticks and like peanut butter cups and vanilla bean
Yeah.
ice cream. It's really good.
Yeah.
But also popsicles. I think I just went through like a box of popsicles in two
Yeah.
days recently. So yeah.
So I don't know, like if you ever went to a Lebanese place, but if you happen to like encounter one, and they happen to have like Arabic ice cream, I highly recommend you try them, especially the one flavored rose water, or just tell him you want like rose flavored ice cream. It's
Rose flavored.
something out of this world. Like we have a lot of rose flavored things here, like jam, juice. It's completely out of this world. It's like uh, tasting rainbows, actually.
I love that. Okay, I'm down. I need that. I
Okay.
love Lebanese food.
Hmm.
Shawarma is by
Yeah.
far the most amazing thing you can wrap up, guys.
Yeah.
Anyone listening to this, stop or just bring your phone or whatever you're listening to with it and to the closest shawarma place and
Yeah.
get some shawarma. Oh
Yeah.
god, I mean shawarma.
So what's one thing you tell yourself very often?
Stay focused. Stay
Yeah.
focused. I tend to do a lot of things, and it's easy to get deterred from the path we're on.
Hmm.
Um, I'm a very sporadic person sometimes, so making sure that I stay on task and doing the things I don't want to do sometimes makes me stay good and on track.
Yeah. So if you ever were to be any object or creature, whether it's real or fictional, what would you be and why?
Any object or creature? I
Uh-huh.
mean, I can get real dirty about this if I want to about the object, but
It's fine. It's fine.
the- no. I think we can use our imaginations.
Mhm.
The listeners there can figure out what
Yeah.
I would want to be. Fictional creature or why? Honestly, I'd love to be somebody that grew up in not like a medieval, but like a Lord of the Rings kind of era or time.
Yeah.
It'd be a knight or an elf or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just with somebody with lots of adventures ahead of them
Yeah.
and stories. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your biggest pet peeve?
Oh. Okay. All right. I have this thing. It's when I lose something. I just brought this pet peeve up actually to my wife. It's when
Yeah.
I lose something and I'm looking everywhere for it, and the person around me says to me, "Well, where's the last place you looked for it? Or you left it?" And
Hmm.
like, if I knew the last place I left it, I wouldn't have this problem.
Hmm.
So yeah, I can't deal with that. I also can't deal with just, just
Yeah.
people blatantly wanting to be negative. That's
Yeah.
honestly, I can't tolerate that. I don't
Yeah.
have time for people wanting to cause just hurt feelings.
Hmm. So mine would be either like not either, but like both lying and empty promises.
Yeah. I can deal with empty promises. I feel like you get empty promises from the same people after a while,
Mhm.
so you kind of know what's about to happen.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah,
setting those expectations.
yeah,
Yeah, those are good ones.
yeah. So, if this was the last day on Earth ever, what would you do and how would you spend it?
I would spend the entire time with my family.
Aw,
Like we
yeah,
would. I don't know what we would do, but I would just make sure that
yeah,
I don't, stop looking at them and holding them and taking them in. Because
yeah,
honestly, at the end of the day, it's about the people we love that
yeah,
we want to spend our time with. And
yeah,
yeah, I think that.
yeah. Probably I've said it before and I'll say it again, and I'm not like ashamed of it. Probably I'd do something uh, extremely crazy. I'd just go streaking and like I'd go yell in the
Yeah.
streets like the world is ending, fuck everything.
Oh yeah. Like
Yeah,
lunchtime, we'll take an intermission from family, and we'll do the stuff
yeah,
we've always wanted to do, like break all the laws and stuff. But
yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Yeah, that's actually. I like your answer better. You know what? Screw my family. We're going streaking together. That's what we'll do.
yeah. So, what's one thing you cannot live without?
Oh God. I don't know. That's a very hard question. My wife, I think, again, like there's not a thing out there. I'm not a very materialistic person. I'm very easy to get rid of things and not collect anything.
Yeah.
But my wife literally takes care of me and
Oh,
allows me to
yeah.
spend my time online the way I do for the community. So
Mhm.
yeah, I don't think I could get by without her.
Yeah. So, in your opinion, what do you think is the worst invention ever?
The worst invention ever. Okay, I liked what you said on your last podcast about lying.
Mm-hmm.
100% can't stand lying. Don't like lying. I
Mm-hmm.
don't tolerate with that. If I catch a
100%
liar, I
wrong.
usually
Yeah.
write them off.
Mm-hmm.
That and the air fryer. Guys,
Why?
stop air frying your food. Just cook your food. There's nothing wrong. I understand people are worried about the right amount of oil, but figure out the amount of oil it takes to cook something. And there's nothing wrong with oils, everybody. We've been using them for centuries to cook our food. I don't know. I feel like our technology is making us lazier and lazier. Why
Yeah.
get lazy in the kitchen? Enjoy cooking, people.
Yeah.
Working with food is therapeutic.
Yeah. So, what's your off-stream comfort game?
Off stream, so something I don't stream?
Yeah, when you wanna like wind down or just play off-stream on the Switch or just on the PC, like a chill game.
Oh god, Valheim is always like if I need something just to shut off, I go to Valheim, hang out my world, walk around.
Mhm.
I might do some hunting, I might do some troll searching.
Yeah.
But right now I'm currently playing Red Dead Redemption 2 offline or
Oh
off
wow.
stream.
Yeah. Uh,
Loving it.
so there's a question I like thinking of asking you. So
Mhm.
are you planning to play and stream Pal World at some point?
We talked about this a little bit today.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting on the Power World train. I played it for the first week it came out. Love it.
Yeah.
Think it's a great game, but I don't think it's a game I can find a lot of content in or just want to be in for a long time. I think
Yeah.
what Power World is doing is this, and I'm gonna go on a little Power World rant as
Yeah. Yeah.
fast
Yeah.
as I can. Is I feel like Power World has just tried, like the devs have said, they just want to make a good game. So they found what's popular and they've meshed it and put it in this collage of like one thing. So, if I want to catch, like I like the Mon catching in it, the creature catching
The
in it.
Pals. Yeah.
It feels like Arceus, which we have fun in. But if I want that, I'll go to Arceus and Pokemon.
Yeah.
Love crafting and world exploration. It's a lot of fun in that. But if I want that, I'll go to Valheim.
Yeah.
I just find they didn't give us enough storyline or enough more, I don't know, depth in the game or substance for me to want to stream it. I feel like I would for a week and be like, hey, we did everything I can in this game.
Yeah. Yeah. It's still unfinished though, but you never know.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
said, I did enjoy it. If they do more updates, I'll hop in it, see what it looks like and feels like. But for
Yeah.
now, I'm gonna probably keep it off stream. Yeah.
Okay. So, what's one thing you spend a lot of money on besides games?
Oh shit. Okay. So recently I got into Magic the Gathering.
Okay.
You play this? You know about it at all?
heard I heard you speaking about it. I don't know what that is.
So it's basically a trading card game.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very old, based on like Dungeons and Dragons kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Hasbro has recently, I guess, taken over it. I've just got into this, so and it's become a little bit more. But yeah, I'm literally right next to my foot right now is a box full of Magic the Gathering cards because I've just gotten into playing it. Hey, there's some we have some community members that we get together every week and we play together, and it's a lot of fun. I've thought about streaming that actually, but yeah, Magic the Gathering is in my wallet.
Do it, yeah. So, what's one of your all-time favorite songs?
I'm gonna have to look it up just because it's kind of a weird title, but what's it called? Ego Loss? It's so it's called Ego Loss on Grand River Avenue. It is by Joe Hertler and the Rainbow Seekers. I recommend everyone to listen to it. It's basically about how we create our own mental state and reality. And it's a beautiful song. I love it. I listen to it all the time. I recommend it.
So, what's one thing you tell others very often, like a quote or an advice?
Do the things you don't want to do. This is something, I think it's a David Goggins quote. To be honest, it's not even mine. I can take credit for. But it's advice that helps me every day. When I have my day ahead of me and I have a laundry list of things I don't want to do, I do. Because the moment I finish those things, I feel better, I feel more accomplished, and I want to do more. So absolutely, if something's facing you and you don't want to do it, that's your body telling you that you actually should do it.
So if you weren't a gamer and if you weren't on Twitch, where would you be?
Oh my god, if I would, oh my gosh, I don't know. Where would I be? It's a good question. I mean, I used to work a lot. Like, I would have 3 jobs at a time sometimes. So that's kind of when like the pandemic happened. I needed to slow down. So I don't know. I always be working. Always be doing some sort of project somewhere. I would love to work outdoors. I love being outside. Maybe, you know, I don't know.
You can skip if you want. I don't mind.
It's making me feel like it's making me look at my life right now. What I'm doing is no, definitely working outside. I think putting more time with my job, maybe, or finding a job like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So besides gaming, what are your favorite hobbies?
I like reading. Love comic books. I've brought that to my stream before.
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, we used to read comics on stream with Pixelated Bard, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't have a lot of other hobbies. I like exercising, and I like reading stories. Magic the Gathering has taken over my life, basically.
So, can you tell us about one recently, like, funny moment that you have, you can't forget, that happened to you recently?
A funny moment that's happened to me recently that I can't forget. Man, I don't know. There's a funny moment, especially between me and Ghost. Him and I talk constantly, and I'm constantly stumbling like over like my moments with him or my words with him. I really don't know. There's so many things that happen in stream all the time. The stream, I have this laugh, I'm told, on stream because I am just finding everything that you guys are finding to say and do and that we're doing funny. So honestly, whatever we just did on stream was the most recently funny thing that's happened to me. Probably saying all the stuff in front of Queen that I usually say to you guys was the funniest thing.
Yeah. So what would you do with $500,000, like 500K?
500K? I think I'd buy a home. The housing market in Canada is horrible, and I would love a space for my daughter who's, like I said, I have a small apartment. So for her to kind of grow and be a little bit creative with her space, and me too, and Queen, we're all kind of getting to the spot where we're ready to, you know, do more for ourselves, and the space would be great. But besides that, I don't know, end world hunger for 500,000.
Yeah. So if you could go back in time, what choice would you not have made?
I like this question because I'm a big believer in the journey. Everything's for a reason, and you're experiencing what you're experiencing now for something down the road, like you're grabbing tools in the moments. I wouldn't change anything. I would probably say to go a little easier on myself, you know, allow myself to fail Don't get so hard on yourself when you do. Know that it's a lesson. It's not the end.
Mhm.
Besides that, I wouldn't change a thing. I like where I'm at in my life, to be honest.
Mhm. So, what's one big red flag you cannot handle in a person?
Lying.
Okay.
Can't do
Yeah.
lying. If I sense that you're lying, there's no reason. And a white
Yeah.
lie can get past, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Depending on the reason. But I can't put up with. It's a big indication that if you're not truthful to yourself and me and the world around you, you can really do some damage to people.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what's your favorite movie of all time?
Ooh, I have a few. Honestly, big sucker for Fantastic Mr. Fox. Have you ever seen this?
Interesting. Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't watched it. But I've seen it.
So funny. I find it so funny. That's definitely one. Big Marvel fan, so you can put any Marvel movie in front of me. I love Captain America: Winter Soldier. It's one of my favorites in there.
Mhm.
But yeah, sucker for Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Mhm.
Oh, and Forrest Gump. Sorry,
yeah.
Forrest Gump deserves a say there.
One of mine would be The Fault in Our Stars, which is kind of like a dramatic, which is drama is not like my favorite genre, but like every time I watch this movie, I kind of resonate with it. So I also like a movie called Ashby, ASHBY. It's kind of like
Okay.
a comedy, soft action movie, and I don't like action, but the third one is an action movie called Lila and Eve. It's about like a grieving mother that lost her son in like a shooting, and she starts seeing this woman that comforts her. Turns out it's the woman is J Lo. Turns out this woman at the end is just her imagination, and like
Oh, geez, that's how you said it. Turns out the woman is J Lo. I'm like,
no,
oh,
no,
geez.
no, no. Turns out this woman is like in her imagination, but the woman is played by
Wow.
J Lo. So she recalls everything at the end to like when they question her, like why did you kill this guy, and she tells them because he killed my son. What pushed you to do it? She's like, there's this woman next to me. Like they tell her like there was no one there like to start with.
Huh.
So yeah. So
My wife would like that.
yeah, yeah.
My wife is really big into like murder mystery kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. Does she also like psychological thrillers?
Little bit. Like we
Yeah.
just started watching. I don't know if you call it a psychological thriller. I would. But we were watching Inception.
It is.
Not too
It
long
is.
ago,
It is a
right?
psychological movie. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the movie called Acrimony. I'll send
No, I
you.
haven't. I
I'll
haven't
send you
heard
the name. Yeah, it's done by Tyler Perry, the guy that plays Medea.
that. Oh, damn.
Yeah, so he wrote it and he directed it, and it starts off as drama. At some point, it like makes you feel a little bit bored, but just hang on tight because it picks up, and the ending is gonna make you go like, "What the fuck?" So
Fair. Hey, if I'm in
yeah,
for a ride, I love
yeah,
that. I love
yeah,
that.
yeah,
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 I like thrillers and dramas. It's just I don't know. I always feel like comedies
yeah,
just make me feel like
yeah,
comforted.
yeah. Same. But if you want, I could tell you a little bit about like the plot of the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's about like a woman that falls in love with like a guy, uh, but turns out the guy always keeps losing his jobs. She always feels like she's paying for him, like she's like looking after a child instead of a man. And once
Mhm.
they break up, he finally sells his invention, which is like a big battery or something like that. So he becomes rich and he tries getting back to her. Then he finds out that she's seeing someone else. But then when she leaves that guy who starts like playing on her, she decides to go back to her initial lover to find him with a woman. So it's intertwining now. Then
Huh.
she starts becoming this possessive, obsessive person that all she wants to do is kill that woman, kill that woman, kill that woman. But I won't tell you the ending.
That's very Tyler Perry-esque, you know, just the
Yeah,
relationship
yeah.
content that he puts into it. All
And
right, all right, all right.
I don't know if you've heard of an actress called Taraji P. Henson.
No.
Oh, she is a very talented actress. If you Google her name, you might recognize her. She is one hell of a talented actress. Like the role she played in this movie, even though it kinda has uh, a low rating of like maybe 5 or 6 out of 10, but it's a heckin' good movie. Same for
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know who she is.
Lila
I
and
just
Eve
looked her up
has
on
like a
Google.
5 out of 10, but it's one of the best action movies. It's like underrated.
I feel like she has just like a very good way of showing emotion and fear and just sadness in her eyes sometimes.
Oh yeah,
I just looked
yeah,
her up. Yeah, she's from Empire, right?
yep, yep,
Yeah, 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 definitely her.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, she's
Um,
gorgeous.
so if your life was ever to be either a movie, a TV show, or a video game, what would it be named and why?
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
A video game or movie title for the Bean movie would definitely have to be something quirky,
yeah,
but like at the same time, kind of have some sort of drama to it because there's always stuff happening. Uh, I don't know, some mystery mansion thing like the halls of Bean. I don't know. I'm really bad at this. Gosh. Fantastic Mr. Bean, like that.
Fantastic Moon King Bean, maybe.
Fantastic Mooncake Bean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Um,
but I definitely feel like it would be like a comedy or fun adventure kind of game or flick or something.
so out of these things that I'm gonna like name you, which one would you pick? A coffee, tea, or hot chocolate?
Do you know me by now? Do you think I would like you to? If I think you know me by now, you probably answer this.
I know Canadians love coffee.
Yep, yeah, 100%. I literally
Yeah.
have a coffee in front of me for the podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so the very first channel I had like asked to moderate was a Canadian streamer. So
I think I know this.
yeah, and now he went off the radar, sadly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as they do, as they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely big coffee drinker. I've cut
Uh-huh.
back a lot when I first started streaming.
Yeah.
But I don't know, sometimes I just want something hot to drink, so I'll go for like a hot chocolate
Mhm.
so I don't get that too much caffeine.
Yeah, so soda, juice, or sparkling drinks?
Soda.
Okay. And if you had one special superpower, what would it be and why, and how would you use it?
Healing, to heal. I love that question. Wolverine, best superhero out there, and
Yeah.
why wouldn't you want to, heal your wounds emotionally and physically?
Yeah. Mine would be, funny enough, teleportation.
I think that's a good one too.
Mhm.
I think teleportation, healing, flight, and invisibility are like
Yeah.
the main staples of like superhero kingdom or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. So, if you could choose where you would be born, what country would you pick and why?
Oh, I love Canada. I don't think I'd change it. Maybe Sweden. I get to be closer to my mod Ben. I think it's the closest option.
Yeah.
But I love.
Yeah. Mine would be, funny enough, Ireland.
Okay. Ooh, good answer.
hmm
I think Queen would say Ireland too.
Yeah. So, who's your all-time celebrity crush?
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Nice. Mine.
Yeah,
would be-
I
Mine would be Charlie Puth. And females, even though my favorite actress is Jennifer Aniston, but I would pick Kat Dennings.
right, sure, love that. But Charlie Puth? Seriously?
He's hot.
With the blonde, flippy hair and stuff like that?
He's not blonde.
Isn't he blonde? Charlie Puth is blonde.
No, and I tell you all about it when I see you again. That song, he sang it.
And I see you again.
Yeah,
I think I know what Charlie Puth is. I'm looking him up.
yeah.
Oh no, I feel silly.
Yeah,
Okay, I see that.
yeah, yeah. It doesn't even look like he's in his 30s though.
I don't know. I feel like he looks like he's in his 30s. I look like I'm in my 30s, so I feel like he better look like.
Yeah. So, if you had the chance to switch lives with one celebrity from today, who would you pick and why?
Ooh, I don't know if I'd pick anybody, to be honest. I don't like the idea of fame. I
Yeah,
don't do this to become famous. I do this because it's
mhm,
fun.
yeah,
So honestly, I don't think I'd pick it. Whoever is living the most low-key life out there right now, fame-wise, I do that. I live their
mhm,
life because
mhm,
fame just brings all your problems to the surface forever.
yeah. So, since the new year has been here for like a while now, what are some of your plans for 2024?
Be the best version of me, you know. I'm trying to be online a little bit more, and really give Bean the attention he needs and the community needs. Same with my RL life, RL life, my actual life.
Mhm,
Making sure that I'm staying on my workout journey, I'm healthy, and balancing the online time to my family time as well has always been a struggle, but I'm doing a good job this year, and I think this is the year that I, you know, balance everything just like Thanos wanted. So I'm excited.
yeah. So, using just one or two words, how would you describe 2023?
Um, Sluggishly loud.
Yeah, mine would just be fuck off.
Fuck off. Yeah, yeah. I remember what you said about the new year when it
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like I was just kind of lazy. I could have done things a little bit better. Had fun, met some great people. A lot of things happened, but
mhm,
it could have been
yeah.
orchestrated better.
So this is where it's gonna get a little bit fun.
Okay.
We're gonna play a little mini game that I added. And in this mini game, I will name you a set of like three games each time. It's kind of like fuck, marry, or sleep with, but it's called play, delete, or uninstall. The play part is like one game you'd play forever or like you'd play repeatedly. The delete means like you'll delete it from all of existence, and uninstall means you'd play one time and then uninstall it. Like
All
even
right.
if not like all the way, just play it one time and just uninstall it.
It's
So
like halfway. So
uh,
to say it again, so
yeah,
play is all the time, delete is all from existence, and
mhm.
uninstall is like a little bit of it.
Maybe all of it, then uninstall it, or maybe a little bit of it. Yeah. So
Okay.
the first three are Call of Duty, Counter Strike, and Battlefield.
Ooh, oh, gee, that's good.
Mm,
Um, played Counter Strike, delete Call of Duty,
mhm.
and then what was the other one?
Battlefield.
Battlefield. Then I play a little bit of Battlefield, and then probably
Mhm.
Battlefield. FPS game vibes just they ick me out. They're just
Yeah,
toxic and
yeah.
thirsty.
We're staying in the shooter games category for now with Apex, Player Unknown's Battleground, or PUBG, and Fortnite.
Ooh, okay. This is I think easy. Play Fortnite.
Hmm.
Delete. No, uninstall PUBG
Hmm. Apex.
and delete Valorant.
Apex.
Was it or Apex, and delete Apex. I played Apex. I don't know how you Apex players can keep up with each other, but it's. I'll stick with
Yeah.
my Fortnite. Yeah.
I would probably play Fortnite. If I had the chance, I'd delete both Apex and PUBG, but I'll delete PUBG and I'll play a little bit of Apex. Just curious.
PUBG's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. So Doom, Quake, or Diablo, and that includes the franchise.
Diablo the franchise. Now I never got my hands on. I have played Quake and I have played a little Doom.
Mm-hmm,
By the way, with all in a span of the past 3 years, I've been streaming, which is
mm-hmm,
awesome. Okay, so play Diablo because I just
mm-hmm.
feel like everyone. There's something about that game. Everyone loves it.
I love
It
it.
looks really cool, especially the new one that just came out.
Yep.
Um, Uninstall Diablo.
But no,
What were they again? Diablo.
Doom, Quake, and Diablo.
Wait. Okay, so I'm gonna delete
Quake.
Quake and uninstall Doom just because
Okay.
Quake is old. We don't need it anymore. Doom is the improved version, so I'll do that.
Mm-hmm. Phasmophobia, Demonologist, and Ghost Watchers.
Delete.
All of them?
That's, you know, honestly. It just goes with my fear
Yeah?
game.
Okay.
I honestly, you've seen me play Phasmo. I am a nervous wreck in the game.
Yeah.
I've never played Demonologist,
Oh,
and the other one was
you're gonna need brown pants if you're gonna ever play Demonologist, because I honestly don't get jump scared easily. Demonologist makes me scream like Homer Simpson, like ah,
God. We're not
every
playing
time.
it then. No,
Yeah,
then delete that one. Well,
yeah.
what were the other two? Phasmophobia and
Ghost Watchers, which is the same thing.
uninstall Ghost Watchers. I don't know what it is, and I don't want to be scared from the unknown. And we'll play Phasmo some more.
Yeah, I would probably delete Phasmophobia, play Demonologist, and try Ghost Watchers. Then uninstall.
Why delete Phasmo? I'm curious.
I don't like it's way too repetitive. The jump scares are obvious for me. It doesn't scare me as much. It doesn't jump scare me actually as much as
That's fair.
Demonologist does. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Even though there's gonna be a huge ass debate on like people saying that Demonologist is repetitive and like jump scare, to me it seems like it's the other way around. So
Okay, fair enough.
this
I can
is
see that.
yeah, this is where it's gonna get serious. Pokemon,
Oh.
Pal World, and Temtem.
Okay. Well, okay. Just because I don't. Oh God, Ghost is listening. I can never do this. You're gonna play Pokemon till the end of time, buddy. Uninstall.
Pal World, Temtem, Pokemon.
I know. I'm trying to think about 1010 because
Yeah.
that one's good. That one's cute.
To me, delete Temtem.
I feel like we're deleting. Yeah, delete 1010. Uninstall Power World only because it's new. I feel like it's gonna filter off and die down just like 1010.
I don't think so, but
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this later, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, even though I am a Poke nerd and I love Pokemon so much, but I'd uninstall Pokemon. I'd play Pal World, or maybe
Nah, they
switch
got you,
between
Blue.
them. Yeah, or switch between them, but definitely delete Temtem because I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's not easy. It's like the economy is a little bit harsh in there. So The Sims, Disney Dreamlight Valley, and Palia or Palia, however you want to call it.
I've never played Palia. So let's say uninstall it so I can play a little bit of it and get.
Yeah.
I have played Disney Dreamlight. And what was the other one again?
The Sims.
Sims. Ooh. Okay. So we're gonna. Oh, buddy. Am I kicked off the podcast if I say that?
Nope, you're not.
I'm gonna delete The Sims and I'm gonna play Dreamlight. Dreamlight Valley gives me that Disney aspect. It gives me a little bit of the farming and the collecting.
Yeah.
I understand there's mods, but for the vanilla base game of Sims, I'm not about it.
Yeah, but you can't get mods on the Switch though, but sadly enough.
That's true.
Yeah. So we're gonna go back into a little bit of the horror aspect with Visage, Madison, and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Ooh, okay. I've seen people play Madison and Visage. I don't get Visage. I don't understand what's happening
Same.
there.
Same.
I'm never gonna play it. I'll say that. There's a game I'll never play, Blue.
Okay.
Visage. So let's delete Visage.
Madison, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh God, let's uninstall Five Nights at Freddy's because that was the first horror game I ever played. And oh my God, talk about torture. And whatever the last one is, we'll play.
Madison, yeah.
Madison will play.
Well, to me, Five Nights at Freddy's feels like a gay porn movie title.
Yeah. Oh, I'm never gonna unsee that now. Never gonna. Oh my God, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Two guys, 5 nights, one nacho, and
one Freddy,
one salad dresser, and one guy named Freddy. Anything can happen.
I just see the animatronics with different things attached to them.
It doesn't have to be animatronics. If you just hear Five Nights at Freddy's,
God.
yeah.
Oh God,
Okay.
The Hunted. No, anyway.
Yeah. Dead Island, Left 4 Dead, and Dying Light.
Oh, I've never played any of these. Left 4 Dead, I kind of want to play. Let's delete Dead Island. I've never heard of that one, and then uninstall
Dying
the other.
Light. Yeah, it's
Dying. Yeah.
Did you grab Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 on Steam? Because they're like under $1.
Are they really?
I don't know
Well, you know
if
what I'll
they're
be doing after
still.
stream.
I don't know if they're still under $1, but check.
No, I didn't grab those ones.
Last time I checked, they
Dying
were
Light.
like 80 cents each.
Oh, I definitely have to jump on that.
Mm.
But for Dying Light, was that the zombie parkour game?
Yep.
No, I hate that game. Delete that game instead. That game's so silly.
Yeah. The second one is because there's no guns. It's just melee weapon. Yeah. Here's where it gets even more serious. So Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario Kart, and Super Smash Bros.
Ooh. Oh, wow. You can't get rid of any of these. They all have to stay. They're staples. They're in our blood. Okay. All right. We gotta delete one from existence first. Let's do the hard work first. Let's get rid of.
I can just redo the question. Super Mario, Yoshi's Island, or Donkey Kong then?
You know what? Okay, let's get rid of Yoshi's Island. We'll delete that. We'll uninstall. What was this? What were the other two?
Donkey Kong and Mario.
We'll play Mario. I feel like you can't get rid of Mario
all of
ever.
Them, yeah, all of them.
Yeah, and then uninstall Donkey Kong.
Okay. Alien Isolation, Resident Evil, and The Evil Within.
All right. I've never played Evil Within, so let's uninstall that so we can get a little bit of play for it. Oh man, okay, here's my thing. Alien Isolation is a scary game, but it's a good game, and I think everyone should play it.
I have it on my
Even
list.
if you Blue, play it, buddy. I know like scary games are what they are for some people, but give it a shot. It's awful.
Oh god. I
definitely
really,
play that.
I really hate Xeno in Dead by Daylight, let alone in like I'd rather play a game with Xena the Warrior.
Yeah. We made that joke in my chat that Xenomorph was just Xena the Warrior in a costume.
Maybe if they maybe Xena is like the caretaker of Xenomorph.
Oh my god. That would be even more badass. And yeah, delete Resident Evil. I understand it's a big franchise that people like it. I don't get, like, I had fun playing 7, but at the end of the day, when I look at the game, I'm like, I don't understand what we were playing.
Okay, so play Alien, delete Resident Evil, and uninstall Evil Within. Okay. So Cyberpunk, GTA, and Saints Row.
Ooh, you know what? I don't care for any of these games.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I don't we'll play Cyberpunk because I've always wanted to try it. Let's uninstall GTA because I don't know, I like GTA.
It's fair.
It's a good game. And delete the other one.
Saints Row. Saints Row is like GTA on steroids. I would say play Saints Row. Because you can literally be like fully naked and like chase and kill people with a dildo in that game.
All right, if I can get content out of it, then maybe I'll play it.
But I don't.
All right, I love
yeah. I was gonna say I don't think you will hate the game. I would uninstall or like just delete Cyberpunk, and I would uninstall GTA because I've had like enough of it. But I would.
I never got into those games. You know, the mob style kind of games.
I still love GTA, but like it's okay. Give it a rest for a bit. Yeah. So Dead by Daylight, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Evil Dead the Game, which are the same.
Evil Dead the Game, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or Dead by Daylight. Let's do uninstall Dead by Daylight, play Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and delete the last one.
Yeah, I would play Evil Dead the Game. I would delete Dead by Daylight from everybody's memories and from existence itself. And I would give Texas Chainsaw Massacre a play and then uninstall.
I know like Dead by Daylight has a big community behind it and stuff, but it's just like I've gone into the game a couple times and not had a good time. So it's not very inviting.
Same way you feel about like torture for you, like playing horror games are torture for you. Dead by Daylight is like not burning a person alive, burning the soul of a person alive. Yeah, which is
getting into the deep stuff.
Yeah, which is way more painful. Yeah, so we're gonna like go into genres here, and I'm gonna say survival horror or survivals all in all, slashers and supernatural horror.
Do you have to pick one?
Yeah.
Survival.
Okay. So uninstall or play survival. Uninstall which one? Slashers, which are zombie games and like those, and supernatural horrors. Which one?
Okay, I'll play survival. I would delete supernatural horrors, and then what would,
Phasmophobia, like Phasmophobia, and those are supernatural. And then the
and the other
slashers.
horror?
Slashers are like the Dying Light, like zombies.
I
And
would
those.
delete the supernatural horrors, and then the slashers I keep. I uninstall those
Okay.
just because slashers, they give you a little bit more game to play,
Okay.
but like having a ghost chase you
Yeah.
is not, that's messed up.
Okay. Okay. So hold on. So this is the final segment. It's about mental health. So in this segment, as I always say, we will be talking about a mental health topic and some sensitive subjects. I apologize in advance for any heavy or triggering terms that might be used. So be well aware as you listen, and feel free to either skip or dip out on this segment if you feel uncomfortable about some subjects. This also applies to future episodes too. So listen at your own risk or will. And my guest tonight chose to talk about anxiety. The speech is yours, or like the segment is all
Yeah,
yours. Can you tell us a little bit about your experiences with anxiety?
absolutely. I feel like anxiety touches us all, you know. Personally myself, I've never been strictly diagnosed with anything,
Yeah.
but living with my wife the way I have, who was diagnosed with anxiety at one point in life, I've seen the effect it can take on us, and how we all do wear a little bit of anxiety. For example, I do this thing right before I stream all the time, is I get very nervous, and the symptoms of anxiety start to show their face. I pace the halls, I sweat, I want to start right away. 9 times out of 10, if you guys are seeing me start on a time I said I wasn't going to, it's because anxiety won, and it forced me to do the thing I didn't want to do. It can get you sick. For me personally, it was watching my wife go through it. And this could be, you know, very sensitive to a lot of people. Some people may have touched with this in their lives. Some people may see this a little differently, or I've dealt with it differently. But my wife was diagnosed with postpartum depression when after our daughter was born,
Yeah.
and it really started playing on her mental state when it comes to depression, anxiety. Little things became overwhelming, and she couldn't perform at work anymore. She couldn't function at home. She couldn't be in conversations. She couldn't be in public, and it was just, it changes you, and you start to think that something's wrong with you, and that's not true at all. What we found growing up with this, and learning with my wife with this, is that it's about embracing it more than fighting it. You know, we always want to say anxiety is something that doesn't feel right, feels awful, it feels negative sometimes, and we want to run from that naturally. But once again, do the things you don't want to do is that thing we talked about, and sometimes that means facing those demons and saying, you know what, it's okay that you're here. I embrace you, and that's what my wife's had to do. And she had to take 4 years off work. It was a lot for us, and she had to relearn who she was with this new thing. And it showed me as a person that I have to be more patient with people, because we don't know what they're going through.
Yeah.
We all have these anxieties. I've seen it in people. We all deal with depression in some way, I'm sure, and we don't know what someone's going through. Growing up in healthcare, we learned that every behavior has a reason behind it, and every time someone acts or reacts to something, there's a reason behind it, and maybe it's that anxiety that they're dealing with about something in the back of their head. For my wife, 9 times out of 10, that's why she interacts the way she does, is because anxiety is a friend of hers now, and it's a buddy that she's learned to have around her. She doesn't fight with it anymore. She lets it be there, but it definitely filters a lot of her life through it. And I think it's just being aware, is what she tells me. If you're aware of the things you're going through, it's easier to kind of pace yourself in life and keep moving. We all deal with things that
cope with it.
yeah, face it, right? If you can't look at the thing, your demon in the face, you don't know what you're dealing with. So I know we all struggle every day with wanting to do things, and there's things in our heads screaming not to. Queen today did something that her anxiety was telling her not to do. She didn't want to stream with me, I'm sure. I know her anxiety was off the charts. And she was quiet, but after stream, she felt 10 times better. She said that
Yeah.
she's proud of herself like 100 times.
And at some point, she like just took your place when you went.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, and she started like chatting with us and stuff. So that's a good
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It's never easy. And like, I know me just saying, yeah, do the things you don't want to do, and you'll is not an easy
Yeah.
task to take on than it is to say it. It takes work, it takes time, it takes learning about who you are and what your anxiety is, and letting it be with you in life, but not be your life, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what my struggles with anxiety are like, let's say they're kind of like a daily thing, because sometimes, I don't know if you know that I also have ADHD, but with ADHD, I also suffer from something called impulsivity. So I can do stuff that like without even wanting or thinking that I'm gonna do this, or like deciding that I'm gonna do this. So
Yeah.
sometimes I do stuff out of impulse that cost me some things, or like that I regret afterwards. Like, oh my God, why do I keep suggesting like grade, or like why do I keep like nagging and badgering about this? Like, why do I do the stuff I do? Like, after the damage has been done, I like question myself, and that
I,
makes me
I think
very anxious.
I think
Yeah.
it's not to look back is anxiety, right? You're looking back and you're thinking about that. It's always
Yeah.
about living in the now and realize what you're doing now. You can't take back things either.
Yeah.
And the other thing is too, not everyone is going to be empathetic under your situation.
Hmm.
Want to understand we're all going through stuff. My anxiety right now may do impulsive to me, Blue, but my anxiety may not see that it's coming from somewhere, that reason for the behavior, and I might then react in a way that is impulsive as well. I think you and I had something a while back where like
Hmm.
there was an impulsive thing that happened. We talked about it
Yeah.
quickly,
Yeah. Yeah.
but we sat there, we understood each other, we had a moment of like, oh, just people, and this was okay, and everything's
Yeah.
still great.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we need more, is people just trying to understand, taking a minute,
Yeah.
seeing someone react, take a minute before you react.
Exactly.
Because you can learn, you can lose some really good people in your
Exactly.
life if you just react that.
Exactly. Don't go like into judgments before. At least like ask the person why did you do that, or like talk them down, like you did this here, you did that here, or at least ask them if they are okay. How are they feeling? Sometimes also depression leads to anxiety, which suffer
Yeah.
on the daily as well. Um, uh, I feel overburdened sometimes, which is why I'm on Twitch and like uh, on Discord. Like this is my escape, which is why I spend most of my waking hours on there, like on that platform, because like I don't feel uh, happy anymore with like my IRL environment and everything, as much
I
as
get
I
that.
always do with gaming and like being on Twitch and around people. Yeah.
Escapes are good, and I found like when I quit my job and I was here for time, I was dealing with depression. I didn't realize it at the time, and I did find solace in being online and Twitch and the endorphins you get from all this attention.
Yeah.
My thing this year is making sure there's a balance between it, because as much as it's nice to be here, I gotta also be able to be out of here and be okay when I'm out of here. So it's about, I think, looking forward to things in your IRL, making sure you have goals in that as well, just like you do with a follower count or sub goal. Some people, it's put those goals in your actual life, put those milestones there too. Give yourself something to look forward to. This year I want to get a car and learn the drum, so that will give me the ability to work to get a car, gives me the ability to go out and do different things. Learning the drums, I have to sit there and study. It's good to have our escapes, but not let them become hideaways, I think, is the big thing. And
Yeah.
we all go through this, and there's nothing wrong with going through this. I think sometimes we feel negative emotion and we think negative, wrong, bad. No, no, no. Negative goes with the good. And they're alongside each other for us to recognize the good sometimes. So it's all about letting those moments come, recognizing them, and say, now you're on your way, so I can make room for the good one.
Hmm. So, any final words you want to say or tell people with anxiety? Any advice?
You're okay. You're allowed to feel this way. Be aware of where you're at and the people around you. Support systems people are the biggest thing in life. If I didn't have the people I surround myself with, I wouldn't be the positive being I can be. The people in your environment grow the being that you're going to be. Make sure that garden's enriched people with positivity. That's it.
And learn to understand that not everybody thinks the same way you do. Not everybody is similar to you. Not everybody like acts or like was raised on the same ethics
Yeah.
as you. So yeah.
Yeah, not everyone has the same experiences that have the same tools and mindset. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, moonkingBEAN, thank you so much for being a guest on the podcast. I really enjoyed it.
I like this. This was great, Blue. Thank you. I'll come anytime you want me.
Yep, yep. I've really like you've shown a side tonight that I like. I always see that like humorous, like a joke part of it. Tonight you like showcased the serious side of you. Let's say that.
There is an
So,
off-stream being, yeah.
of course, of course. And as I wanna like also before I end, like I wanna tell everybody like go follow Bean. It's the episode title. That's his handle on Twitch, moonkingBEAN. You'll find amazing content. You'll find what the fuck moments. Like he'll be talking out of context sometimes. If you do happen to walk into his chat at like a time where he's like just randomly mentioning maybe phallic stuff, like
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a
So
lot of wiener. I'm sorry.
so it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So it's just like funny comedy, like banter and stuff. There's no place for negativity there. So I highly recommend you check. And he's been working hard, as I've noticed. I've known him. I've come across him for in I think May of 2022, and it's gonna be
Oh,
like
wow.
almost 2 years now. So I've seen some growth ever since. So go check him out, go give him a follow, show him immense support because he's also doing the same thing. And I'll see you guys in the next episode, hopefully.